Today, I want to come on here and talk about my absolute favorite topic, which is Instagram. So, I know I'm in a lot of groups, and I noticed recently there was a lot of chat. It's been a lot of chatter for like a year or so, but there's been a lot of chatter lately about how the algorithm sucks and how no one gets to see their posts. They don't see their friends' posts. No one sees them. So, and it occurred to me while reading all these posts, there was one common theme. Morning! Hi, Renetta. There was one common theme, and that theme is people just don't understand the Instagram algorithm. It's something that if you're going to work with Instagram and you want your post to get seen, or even if you just want to see the people who you really want to see, you need to understand the Instagram algorithm. Now, notice I named this working with the Instagram algorithm, not beating it, because you cannot beat it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what these courses, ebooks, that you're spending all this money on tell you. You can't beat the algorithm because they're going to change it to constantly, so you can't beat the algorithm. But you can work with it if you understand how it works. So this is a little background information. The way Instagram's feed used to go is that it was chronological. So that means that if someone followed, let's say me, who had, let's say 50 followers, and then you also followed someone who had 10,000 followers. If one person followed both of those accounts, if I posted first, let's say if I posted at 10:30 and then the account with 10,000 followers posted at 10:35, you would see my post first because that's how Instagram worked. Now, the person with 10,000 followers would get seen more simply because they had more reach. But now, basically, Instagram does not care. That's one little fact that people don't understand. Instagram doesn't care anymore. That's not its primary focus. Now the primary focus is who likes you? Who do you like? That's how you're going to show up in people's feeds, not based on your numbers. So, let me start by saying Instagram's algorithm is based on you. You. So I wish they would just show your post. Yes, we all do, but they're not gonna do that. They not gonna go back. So Instagram's algorithm is based on you. You determine what your algorithm is. Every individual who is on Instagram has their own algorithm. Introduce myself for those who are just meeting me for the first time. I am LaShawn Wiltz. I am the creator and editor and blogger and photographer over at everydayeyecandie.com. I blog about capturing those everyday moments in your life because, just because they're not big, gigantic moments doesn't mean you should not take note of them and capture them. Good morning, Nelly! Just like it doesn't feel like you shouldn't, capture them, take note of them, document them, live them, because those everyday moments are the things that make up the majority of our lives, and they're the special moments. Those are the moments that we remember. So anyway, today I want to come on here and talk about my absolute favorite topic, which is Instagram. So I know I'm in a lot of groups, and I noticed recently there was a lot of chat. It's been a lot of chatter for like a year or so, but there's been a lot of chatter lately about how the algorithm sucks and how no one gets to see their posts. They don't see their friends' posts. No one sees them. So, and it occurred to me while reading all these posts, there was one common theme. Morning! Hi, Renetta. There was one common theme, and that theme is people just don't understand the Instagram algorithm. It's something that if you're going to work with Instagram and you want your post to get seen, or even if you just want to see the people who you really want to see, you need to understand the Instagram algorithm. Now, notice I named this working with the Instagram algorithm, not beating it, because you cannot beat it. I don't care what you do. I don't care what these courses, ebooks, that you're spending all this money on tell you. You can't beat the algorithm because they're going to change it to constantly, so you can't beat the algorithm. But you can work with it if you understand how it works. So this is a little background information. The way Instagram's feed used to go is that it was chronological. So that means that if someone followed, let's say me, who had, let's say 50 followers, and then you also followed someone who had 10,000 followers. If one person followed both of those accounts, if I posted first, let's say if I posted at 10:30 and then the account with 10,000 followers posted at 10:35, you would see my post first because that's how Instagram worked. Now, the person with 10,000 followers would get seen more simply because they had more reach. But now, basically, Instagram does not care. That's one little fact that people don't understand. Instagram doesn't care anymore. That's not its primary focus. Now the primary focus is who likes you? Who do you like? That's how you're going to show up in people's feeds, not based on your numbers. So, let me start by saying Instagram's algorithm is based on you. You. So I wish they would just show your post. Yes, we all do, but they're not gonna do that. They not gonna go back. So Instagram's algorithm is based on you. You determine what your algorithm is. Every individual who is on Instagram has their own algorithm. Let me repeat that. Every individual has their own algorithm, and that algorithm is based on you. It's based on your activity on Instagram. It's based on your history. It's based on what you post. It's based on what you interact with. It's based on what you put in your profile. It's based on whatever you do in the Instagram ecosystem. So think about that. I'm going to give you an example. So say we have Susie Cat Lover. Susie loves cats. Susie's profile says Susie Cat Lover. Her link says I love cats. In her profile, it says Susie loves cats, and this is my feed. Susie posts only photos of her cats, cute cats she finds on the internet, people's cats that she loves. That's all she posts. Susie comes on Instagram and she likes cat photos, she likes cat hashtags, she likes other cat Instagram accounts when she follows other Instagram accounts. So Instagram is like, oh, Susie loves cats. So what Instagram does is, in her feed, it shows her other people who like cats because that's what Susie says she likes, and so that's what Susie's going to see. So it sees more and more cat photos. If she goes to her Explore page, what's it going to see? Cat photos. Why? Because that's what Susie has said she likes. How does Instagram know that's what she likes? Because that's what she does. Susie likes photos. She interacts with the hashtag. She uses hashtags that says, I love cats, cat lovers of Instagram. She interacts in the Instagram ecosystem all about cats. So when someone follows an account about cats, what do they see? When you click that little thing and it says suggested users, Susie's photo shows up. Her account shows up. Why? Because Instagram is like, oh, she loves cats. Let me group her with other people who like cats so that other people can follow her. So Susie gets engagement. Susie gets more followers simply because Susie has stayed in her lane. Now, let's take the example of Molly, the mom blogger. So Molly is a mom blogger. Molly posts about mommyhood. She posts about her kids. She posts about her life with her kids. That is her lane. It says so in her profile. It says so in her links. She posts photos about her kids. She posts photos about mommyhood. Even her food photos. They're photos about food that she feeds her kids. When she goes on travel accounts. When she goes on travel, it's family travel, her and her kids. That's what Susie does. Susie uses mom hashtags. Susie does all the things she's supposed to do. But Susie interacts on accounts that have nothing to do with her. Why does she do that? Because like all influencers, we want our stuff to be seen. And since Instagram has changed its algorithm, what does Susie do? Susie puts her posts in groups. Susie is liking photos that have nothing to do with her niche. Susie likes photos about food, travel, mommyhood, Disney, cats, dogs, horses, wood objects for your desk, Susie likes it all because Susie wants to get those likes on her Instagram posts in hopes that she will boost her posts and so that other people will see her posts, namely those 10,000 people who follow her. But it's not happening. And why isn't it happening? Because Instagram doesn't know what to do with Susie, because Susie is liking too many different things. Instagram is like, who are you? Well, yesterday, exactly. So Instagram is like, oh, so you like horses? Oh, okay, I'm gonna group you with the horses people. Oh no, today you like travel? Oh, okay, I'll group you with the travel people. Oh, you know, and then you look at Susie's Explore page and it's like all types of stuff. Because Instagram does not know your lane. Instagram doesn't know what to do with you. So, how do you fix this? What do you do? Now, I hate to step on people's toes, and I'll clarify myself in a little bit, but what do you do as an influencer to get Instagram to put you back in your lane? It's crazy. No, it's the truth. And people, this is why I need to come on here and talk. So, what do you do to get back on track? The first of all is, what is your niche? Decide, what is your niche? And like my mom, like when I went to blog her last month, one of the best things I got out of it was someone told me that lifestyle is not a niche. She said that is too broad. Everyone's using lifestyle. What does that mean? What does that mean? Define that. Like I was saying, oh, I'm a lifestyle parenting blogger. She was like, what does that mean? Everybody is a lifestyle parenting blogger. What does that mean? So the first thing you need to do is define your niche. What are you? What is the primary theme that runs through all of your Instagram posts? Is it motherhood? Is it photography? Is it everyday life? Is it food? Is it travel? Whatever it is, pick that niche and stick to it for about a week. That's all I want you to post on. That's all I want you to hashtag. That's all I want you to comment on. That's all I want you to like on. Yes, exactly. And that is my point. So this is the point. So for that whole week, that's all you're going to do is interact in your niche. Because Instagram, as of now, since you've been commenting and liking every post that you can so that you can get some more likes, Instagram doesn't know what to do with you. But when you stick to your niche, Instagram is like, oh, so you're a mommy blogger. Let me group you with other mommy bloggers. Oh, you're a mom. No, but see, no, Michelle, I'm going to address that in a minute, but your feed is not. Your feed is not. Your feed is very specific. It's very specific. So it's like Instagram doesn't know what to do with you. So you have to tell Instagram what to do with you. You have to tell Instagrammer, yes, I am a mommy blogger. Yes, group me with other mommy bloggers. Yes, show me to those people who followed me because I am a mommy blogger. Otherwise, Instagram is showing you to whoever because they're like, I don't know what to do with you. So therefore, those people who followed you because they actually liked your content, they're not seeing you because Instagram has no clue what to do with you. Instagram is like, who are you? What do you post about? So that's something to think about. In your profile, think about keywords. You want to help Instagram out as much as you can. Keyword that Instagram. So if you do food and travel, are those two different that work together? They could, but actually they're two separate niches. Are you talking about travel food? Are you talking about food and, are you talking about the food that you find when you travel? Are you talking about, you know what I'm saying? Define exactly what you're doing. You can do two niches if they coordinate, you want to say, with each other, if they go together. Do those two go together? Like, are you blogging about the food you find when you travel? Or are you because Instagram might say, oh, she likes food and travel, and it will show you both food and travel. So if people followed you because they liked your food photos and your travel photos, then you might be okay. You might be okay. The next thing to do is use the right hashtags. So if you are, I'm going to get to that in just a minute, Bernetta. So I'm going to get to that in just a minute. So if you use the right hashtags, So if you are a travel blogger, use travel hashtags. If you are a mommy blogger, use kid hashtags. Use, kids of Instagram, motherhood through Instagram. Use those hashtags. Research which hashtags the top people in your niche are using and use them. Follow them. It's not copying. You are researching and finding out what works for you. It's a marketing plan. The next thing, all right, engage in your niche. This is a hard one, especially for us bloggers. So engage in your niche. Now, I fully admit that I am in a lot of these groups and I participate in threads and I participate in comment pods. But what I learned the hard way, which I'm going to tell you about so that you don't do this, is that they don't always work. Number one, now I joined a pod/like comment pod a couple of months ago. It said lifestyle. There's that word. It said lifestyle. So I joined it because the premise was you post a photo, people come in and they like your photos. Now, and then you go and you like and comment on their photos. The problem was this was mainly a fashion lifestyle pod. So there were a lot of photos on makeup. There were a lot of photos on, outfit of the day posts. There are a lot of photos on outfit of the day posts and makeup. So what was happening was in my explore page, all I started seeing was makeup and fashion. On my Instagram feed, all I started seeing was makeup and fashion. And my engagement dropped dramatically. Why? Because no one was seeing me. Because Instagram was like, but I thought you were a mom /photography what are you doing? So my engagement dropped because the people who followed me for what I was posting about could not see me because I was liking and commenting on things that had nothing to do with my niche consistently. Now, it's okay if you do that every once in a while because you have a friend who posts on cats, but you like your friend and you want to support her, so you like and comment on her cat photos. But if that's all you liking and commenting on, Instagram does not know what to do with you, and Instagram will penalize you for it because Instagram is like, you're not in the lane that you put yourself in. And then it doesn't know what lane to continue you in. So I got out of that pod and I started gradually liking and commenting on photos that are accounts that are like mine. Gradually, my engagement is building back up. It has taken, a good 3 full months, but it is back up since I left that pod. Now, some pods are good because they're like little communities, especially if they are pods with like-minded accounts. Like if you're a travel blogger and you're in an account with other travel blogs, then that is awesome because then Instagram sees you interacting with these accounts and sees these accounts interacting with you, and Instagram knows, oh, you are a travel account. Oh, let me show you to other travel bloggers. Let me show you to other people who like travel pods. Exactly. So it's like, until you do that, it's like Instagram, you're confusing Instagram when you like and comment on things that are not in your niche. Yes, you want to like whatever you want, but I want everybody to see your post. Exactly. You can do that. But the problem comes because Instagram really wants you to interact with your friends. It wants you to interact with your community because that's what Instagram is based on. It's based on community. Instagram wants you to be a community. But the problem comes when you're in a thread that has 100 posts, and let's say 20% of those posts have nothing to do with your niche. Let's say 50, and in my case, it would be like 50% of these posts have nothing to do with your niche. Nothing. So Instagram is like, okay, the majority of the things that you're liking has nothing to do with what you say you're about. So I don't know where to show you. I don't know who to show you to. I can't show you to the people who you think you belong to because it makes no sense. It's not your lane, obviously. So that's something to think about. And I know a lot of people use it as their marketing strategy, and there is nothing wrong with that. Do what you got to do to get ahead. But if you want to be strategic about it, pick groups and pick comment pods that have something to do with you. Like Nelly says, she belongs to a fitness pod. You go to her account, you know it's about fitness. And so for her to be in a fitness pod makes perfect sense because she's got like-minded people who have accounts like hers commenting on her, meaningful comments, I might add, about fitness. You know what I mean? like Bernetta, decide, do you want to be fashion? You know, you're like a fashion lifestyle, you know, would be actually good for you because that's what your account is, and some family thrown in. But you know, you have to sit up there and think about these things when you are posting and when you are commenting, because just commenting to get comments just doesn't work anymore. Because you can have, let's say you have a, like for instance, there's a group that they call it the Instant. So what you do is everyone posts in this group at the same time, and then everyone's supposed to like on these posts, and you get like 100 likes instantly, and it's supposed to boost you in the algorithm, so Instagram thinks your post is important. The problem is you get all these people liking and commenting on your stuff that they have nothing to do with your posts, and so you're liking on, you know, people in the Middle East who have nothing to do with what you're doing, or you're posting on other stuff. Yes, see, that we're going to talk about that later, Bernetta. What is your niche? But anyway, so I'm going to talk about that later. But anyway, so think about it when you're in these groups, because what would happen in those groups is you would get that boost. You get those immediate 100 posts, and then nothing happens. Nothing else happens. You get no more likes the rest of the day, other than, you know, some stragglers or some hardcore people who have you on what they call it, notifications. But other than that, you get no new people. Why? Because Instagram is like, well, I don't know where to show you to. I don't know what to do with you. You just liked all these strange photos, and all these strange people liked you that had nothing to do with your niche. So what do I do with you? These are things to think about. So that's it. That's all I have to say. So going back, I'm just going to reiterate. So 3 tips. Number 1, define your niche. What is your account about? What is your account about? Think about that and act accordingly. That's what you want to post. That's what you want to interact with. That's what you want to use hashtags for. That is what you want. So be specific. You know, make sure your profile reflects that. Make sure the hashtags you use reflect that. Engage in your niche. Don't just throw up a photo and leave. You know, don't just throw up a photo and only participate in your comment pods, only participate in these Facebook groups for your comments and your likes. Don't do that. Make sure you go out and interact with people who are actually in your niche, or go out and interact with the people who you followed at the beginning of your Instagram career, because Instagram is looking at that. Instagram knows your history. And they're like, well, why don't they, you know, like these people anymore? Why don't they act like a normal person? You know what I mean? Because Instagram really does not care about brands. It really doesn't. That's why it wants them to pay. So Instagram, if you want to get ahead, you have to get ahead by acting like a real person, not a bot. That's another thing. Act like a real person. Don't just like a whole bunch of photos and then disappear. No, all day long, you need to take the time to go in and like the people in your feed, because the people, and then, well, I'll talk about the rest of that another time. But anyway, that's what you need to do. Michelle,